Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite recap channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the emotional whirlwind that is episode 6, part 1 of Roller Coaster the series. If you thought the ride between Fah and Beam was intense before, hold on tight, because this episode takes their story to breathtaking new heights. The roller coaster is about to hit its most thrilling loop yet, and trust me, you won't want to look away. The episode kicks off right where the last one left us, with Fah reeling from the almost kiss that nearly changed everything, but instead of leaning into the moment, she pulls back hard. We see her actively avoiding Beam, pretending to be swamped with work, and keeping her eyes glued to anything but the person who clearly occupies her every thought. It's a classic case of denial, but we all know what's really going on. Fah isn't running away because the moment meant nothing. She's running because it meant everything, and that terrifies her. But Beam isn't the type to let things go. She's always been the brave one, the one who wears her heart on her sleeve and isn't afraid to chase what she wants. She senses Fah's retreat immediately, and instead of giving her space, she closes the distance. This is where their dynamic truly shines. Fah pushes and Beam pulls, creating a magnetic tension that is impossible to resist. Their first major confrontation happens in the university studio room. It's quiet and supposed to be a place for rehearsal, but when Beam walks in, the air becomes thick with unspoken feelings. Fah is trying to focus on her lines, but her performance is shaky, her voice barely a whisper. Beam approaches her slowly, her presence alone enough to make Fah visibly flustered. She doesn't say much at first, just moves closer until she's right there, breaking down every wall Fah tries to build. Then comes the moment that sends shivers down your spine. Beam gently brushes her fingers against Fah's wrist. It's a small, simple gesture, but for Fah, it's like a jolt of electricity. She instantly pulls her hand away, but her trembling betrays her. And Beam, with her signature gentle but direct approach, looks into Fah's eyes and asks the question we've all been waiting for. Are you scared of me, or of what you're feeling? Boom. It's a direct hit, a question that cuts right to the core of Fah's conflict, leaving her completely exposed and with nowhere to hide. As if the universe itself is a fan of their drama, the group's next project takes them to an amusement park. The irony is just perfect, right? An emotional roller coaster at a literal roller coaster park. And this is where we get the scene that will live in our minds rent-free for weeks. The Ferris wheel. Through a twist of fate, or perhaps some clever planning from their friends, Fah and Beam end up sharing a cabin together. As they ascend into the sky, trapped in that small space high above the world, there's no more running. With the sparkling lights of the park below them, the atmosphere shifts from tense to vulnerable. Beam, ever the pursuer of truth, gently confronts Fah. She tells her that running away doesn't make feelings disappear, it only makes them stronger. And that's when Fah finally cracks. The walls she's built so carefully come crumbling down. With tears in her eyes, she admits her fear. She's not afraid of Beam. She's afraid of the overwhelming intensity of her own feelings, afraid of losing the control she clings to so tightly. It's a raw, beautiful confession, and it changes everything. As their cabin reaches the very top of the Ferris wheel, overlooking the entire park, Beam leans in. She moves slowly, giving Fah every single second to pull away, to say no, to stop it. But Fah doesn't. Instead, in a moment of pure, unadulterated bravery, she closes the last bit of distance between them. The kiss is everything we hoped for and more. It's soft, tender, and hesitant at first, but it's loaded with all the unspoken words, the stolen glances, and the pent-up longing that's been building between them for weeks. It's a turning point, a silent promise, and a breathtaking moment of surrender, all filmed against a backdrop of twinkling city lights. But this is Roller Coaster the series, and no peak lasts forever. The moment they're back on solid ground, reality comes crashing in. Whispers and rumors start spreading like wildfire among their classmates. People are noticing how close Fah and Beam are, and not everyone is supportive. The teasing and gossip start to weigh heavily on Fah, and the pressure becomes almost suffocating. Her fear of judgment, which she had momentarily forgotten in that cabin in the sky, comes rushing back. Beam, on the other hand, seems completely unfazed. Her confidence is her armor, and she refuses to let other people's opinions dictate her actions. In a bold move during lunch, she reaches for Fah's hand, a public declaration of their connection. But Fah, consumed by panic, yanks her hand away. The rejection is swift and public, and we see Beam's bright, confident smile falter for the first time. It's a heartbreaking moment that shows just how fragile their newfound connection is. The roller coaster has just taken a steep, stomach-lurching dip. This leads us to the final, most intense scene of this part. Beam confronts Fah again, but this time her tone is different. She's not angry. She's just tired. Tired of the pushing and pulling, the hot and cold, the yes and no. She looks at Fah and asks her directly if she regrets the kiss on the Ferris wheel. And Fah, torn between her heart's desire and her crippling fear, can't give a straight answer. Her silence is deafening. Seeing her struggle, Beam decides to take control. She takes a slow step forward, gently lifts Fah's chin so their eyes meet, and her voice drops to a whisper that is both commanding and incredibly intimate. "Then let me make it easy," she says. I don't regret it, and I don't want to stop. The intensity in that one line is off the charts. Fah's breath catches, her eyes soften with yearning, but she's still frozen, unable to speak or move. Beam leans in for another kiss, ready to seal her promise, but just as their lips are about to touch, the door opens. Someone walks in, and the moment is shattered. The episode cuts right there, with a close-up on Fah's face, a perfect portrait of conflict, a mixture of desperate longing and paralyzing fear. It's a masterful cliffhanger that leaves us begging for more. This first part of episode 6 was a masterclass in building romantic tension, showcasing vulnerability, and exploring the chaotic, beautiful journey of falling in love. It truly lives up to its name, and we are absolutely addicted. What did you all think of that Ferris wheel kiss? And how will Fah navigate the pressures from her peers? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss our recap of part 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.